Thanks everybody for coming. That was really warms my heart. It was really nice. My parents are so happy, and that makes me so happy. And thank you, Nooms, Tierney. Hi. Anybody have any questions about the film or anything? Greg will probably be the best to answer. But any questions or anything?
All right, good.
Sure. First of all, great work and very powerful. It's just sort of scary. I got to drive home tonight. So I'm thinking, I've heard of casting against type, but damn.
It's casting against type he's heard of, but that's damn. That's what he said.
So my question is, you're the casting guy, right? You sit at the desk, you get the script, you read the script. See, I got to cast a guy, Jack Van Zandt, who's a, rage junkie, angry, violent, terrible person. I know the guy, Josh.
So the question is, if you couldn't hear it, if you're the casting person, basically, why in the hell would they think of me for this part? Well, they wouldn't. Only someone that already had known me for 25 years might have done that. Greg and I met on G.I. Jane in 1996. True story, too. We had just beaten them. He went to Syracuse for the 96 championship, and he was a real jerk to me the first couple of days. And seriously, we started talking about it. He started bad-mouthing Kentucky basketball.
Whoa.
And I seriously went, hey.
Whoa.
You don't know me that well.
Whoa.
And he straightened right up. But why?
And I remember that exact incident. I'm like, he's perfect for this part. He can actually be perfect for this part. Listen, the reality is that I haven't known Josh for that long. And listen, when we were casting the movie, I had a big say in everything just because I had worked with the director and the writer, and I had gotten, and Alec Baldwin, who was also one of the producers. And so just because I am a working actor, I had access to people, and I knew deep down that Josh was the guy. Even though we wanted Mickey Rourke, I think. And Woody Harrelson. Charlize Theron. No, Josh. Seriously, no, Josh was really when we finally looked. This was a long road from here to when it started, like 3 years ago. So when everything started to come together, when the money came in and we were actually going to shoot the movie, that's when we got. I mean, you can throw around names all day, and it's a fun game, but it really gets kind of boring after a while. When it got down to it, though, I suggested Josh. The director knew who Josh was, and he was like, "That's a great idea." I mean, he goes, "You think you can do it?" I go, "I know he can do it." And I called up Josh, and I know his thing because he wasn't. You were shooting something else, were you? Yeah. And I said, "I think I have something you're gonna like for me." And I can feel on the phone he's rolling his eyes like, "Oh, do I have to read this thing?" And he read it, and then he literally called back and goes, "You were really serious. This is serious stuff." I was like, "Yeah." And then he decided to do it.
When your friend does a movie and he offers you a part, it's usually the part's like, ding dong, pizza. Okay, that wasn't that. Any other questions? Yeah.
Is it harder to do that, or are they all the same?
Is it harder to do?
This type of
That's an interesting question. Is it harder to do this type of role, or are they all the same? Was the question. I don't know. This is a lot more fun to do. It takes a lot of energy and preparation and stuff, but I actually find it really difficult to play really close to yourself. So this is it's kind of fun, and you just get to go full board. There's no subtlety to this guy. So that's enjoyable. Sometimes when the character's really like yourself, then the nuance, you're like, it's harder to show part of yourself, or it starts to be more personal. This was fun. Yes? No, the tattoos are not real. Mom, the tattoos are not real. Anything else? Yes?
How many days did it take to shoot a movie that takes one day?
We shot this in 20 nights. The director he wouldn't shoot anything in the studio, so we were on the streets of Buffalo, New York, that doubled for LA because of tax credits and the economics behind it, and 20 nights. Oh yeah. This is probably why I'll never get another producing gig, so. We started as dumb or terrible luck or whatever we had, and we started shooting the movie 2 days before the summer solstice. So it's like the shortest nights of the year. So we really strapped our director with a challenge. He's like, you got 20 nights, and by the way, you have like 6.5 hours of darkness. And and so that was another challenge that we had to get over, but I think we got through it.
Yeah.
Did you get any feedback from the Los Angeles police?
Did we get any feedback from the Los Angeles police?
I mean, I've heard from police. I grew up in Connecticut, and I've heard from cops and state troopers in Connecticut and New York. I think Thomas Jane had heard from the guys he rode around with. The guys from Buffalo really approved of it. And I don't know, did you hear from any?
I know that Luke, he actually brought some of the cops that he rode with to the premiere, and they really liked it and really thought, I mean, it's a movie. If all this happened in one night, it'd be one hell of a night. But I mean, in general, they really appreciate the tone in the car, the aspect of no telling what you're going to see on any night, the camaraderie between the guys and the getting sick of each other, they really appreciate the tone, but I mean, it's obviously a movie. Anything else? Yeah.
So I'm actually former law enforcement, so to me, it was, well, I want to go back into it now, but, that's just, how long did you all have training, how many people did ride-alongs with, training officers, because, I mean, obviously, we're with the FTO, a field training officer for 3 months, so, and yes, you never see that much, ever.
Yeah, she's former law enforcement, but like he says in the thing, he was on the job for 25 years. He pulled his gun 5 times. Just happened to be 9 times tonight. Double.
He's the ones who actually sat with you guys and went over the training course, or because it's really accurate, a lot of that training.
Well, that's great to hear. She says as former law enforcement, it was former. The training looked very real and accurate, and that's really great to hear. For one thing, we all did ride-arounds. I did all over LA night, saw some stuff. It was crazy. And there's always someone on set, several police, to make sure you do everything correctly. Most of the time, if you get to this part of your career, you've played a cop lots of times, and so you've already been trained a lot about how to hold your gun and how to move around and stuff. So I know Thomas and Luke have both played, so you have that background in there, but there's always people on set no, we would never do that. But I know Joe Souza, who he was obsessed with.
Yeah, Joel, the writer and director, rode around. I mean, in Oakland, I think he did over 30 or 35 ride-alongs with them. So during the writing of the script and the research he did, he was obsessed with what goes on, and even the lingo and in the background. I don't know if you caught even the radio lingo. How that I didn't realize this till I think I saw it the 3rd time, where there's so much radio lingo in the very beginning of the movie, and then as it gets down to the last scene, there's nothing happening. As the night wears on, there's less and less activity, and so he was very, very in tune with all that. So.
Thank you. Yeah.
Going forward, will you seek out roles like this one?
Going forward, will I seek out roles like this one? I unfortunately, in my career, I'm the guy that says, "Oh yeah, I'll do it." So if anyone comes, yes, I will seek it.
Truth is that it's funny that we were in New York last week, and Alec Baldwin is a big proponent. He really loves this film, even though he's not in it. He really, really loves it, and he loves it so much that he commissioned the writer and director to write a Western that he just finished writing, and he's going to direct next. We're going to do next fall, and at the premiere, he's soliciting Josh to play sort of a similar role, only with a cowboy hat and riding a horse. So,
Whoa.
I think he's got another job.
All right, let's, anything you got? Yes, okay, one more.
What's the budget?
It was in the range of somewhere around, we couldn't pay Josh Hopkins his fee. So we couldn't afford to pay his real fee. No, the budget was $3 million, and then it was a $3 million budget.
Oh, one more.
Any idea when this will be in theaters?
No, it's a very limited release. It just came out this week. It was in New York. You know, and I think, how many cities has it gone to?
27.
27. But it also will be on almost every digital format besides Netflix and Dish are the only two it won't be on immediately, because Netflix you buy later because you get a subscription for free. But on all the Comcast and Spectrum and Optimums, all video on demand, it'll be out next week, I believe. So please tell people to watch it. All right, thank you all so much. Really thrilled me, and thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
It means the world to me. Thank you.